All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us on tonight's team call. We have our lovely Ashley Lafrance taking the wheel tonight. But before she kind of gets started, and I asked her, I think last night, I'm like, hey, do you want to do tonight's team call? She's like, sure. I was like, awesome. But before we get started, I wanted to talk about the flash sale. I already did a live video in the team page. I don't want to repeat myself. So I'm going to say, just look at that. After the team call, go watch it. I think it's maybe like five minutes, something like that. But we're going to do a flash sale starting now until Sunday. So all you're going to do is add people into that group. I'm going to talk about different package options. People are going to get Amazon gift cards. The Amazon gift cards are provided by you. So if you don't feel comfortable doing that, then don't. That's totally you being your own boss, right? And then there's another bonus prize. I'll be providing that. So the regular Amazon gift card is up to you guys. The big whammy one, I'll be providing that. So a lot of us are saying this month it's hard. Everyone's saying no, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to beat it to you guys like a dead horse. We got to get out of that mindset. You keep saying it's hard, and you're going to make it so much more harder for yourself. And I'm just going to be for real. Guys, there's coaches out there crushing it this month. Not to blow your ego or anything, but I tell myself, if they can do it, I can do it. So just wipe that hard BS out of the way because other coaches are crushing it. So just say, if they can do it, I can do it. People are going to come. They are eventually going to say yes. Keep saying those things instead of this is hard. All right, I'm going to cut it. Ashley, the floor is all yours, and I'm really excited to hear about this.
Hey guys, as Rose said, she asked me to do this 10 o'clock last night. I don't have enough going on, but I'll talk till I'm blue in the face. So for those who don't know me, my name's Ashley Lafrance. I am an Emerald coach. I've been coaching for about a little over a year now, but I've been doing Beachbody products for, oh my God, since Jess, when did you start? 2014? That's when we did the first cleanse. So that was my first time doing the cleanse. Was it 2014? Because I just got engaged. No, 2013, because I was married in 2014. Anyhow, so welcome to our team call. I'm just going to go through some announcements real quick. I may have went a little overboard with an announcement thing, but it is what it is. So this weekend, 8/8/18, Carl announced that he's doing the Big Sweat log 2 workouts. Those are the hashtags, the Big Sweat and promotion entry to win possibly $818. Plus they'll have other winners. Check your coach news and you can see this right on there. But log 2 workouts on Saturday, 8/8/18, and you could possibly win some money. So just do your workouts and log them. Earn your spot for Shaun T. 140 guaranteed spots. All different types of people rock in August, so you could be it. I think they kind of leveled the playing field. So all different types of people could get into the test group. So rock August, and you could be in Shaun T's group. They redesigned the coach office. If anybody hasn't checked that out yet, you can actually download clips for Lift 4 to your Instagram, which is really cool. Challenge du jour is being discontinued August 29th. I'm not even sure if anybody used it. 2B Mindset certifications available. Register early to save $100. And Alana will be having, it's an online video course. There's a workbook with it. So if you're interested, I may do it just so I can get a little bit more background about nutrition because I'm finding that's the number one thing. The workouts are easy now. It's the nutrition that people struggle most with. So it's only $99 if you're looking to get certified in 2B Mindset. And just continued to be mindset. It's still $20 off the packages. Same thing with Lift 4. The offer for the challenge pack has been extended for $10 off until September 30th. Beach bars are on sale right now, 10% off until September 3rd. Success Club. If you hit Success Club 1, you win a prize. So next is, I think, Success Club for 3 months consecutively, and then it's 6 months consecutively. You can win all different types of prizes. So just hit Success Club so you can win cool prizes. And then finally, a little bit more on the team side, this Monday, August 20th, Rose is planning a beach day in Avalon and then dinner in Cape May. If you can make both or one or the other, that would be awesome. And then finally, if you didn't see kind of the Team Arise map out, I think this is super important for everyone to kind of look at. You should always be inviting, and some people get a little flustered, like, what am I inviting to? Who cares? We have something going on. Invite them to anything because there's always some type of group taking place. You can add into a group, but this calendar gives you a better idea of what's going on. The 20th, we're going to start, I think, Rose, we're going to start promoting the 3-day refresh from what I'm seeing. Is that something?
Well, I think we kind of like flip-flopped with this whole like flash sale thing.
Yeah,
so like we'll be like promoting the 3-day refresh in the flash sale. Okay. And then we can kind of like as a team discuss, like if we have a ton of people doing the 3-day refresh, we can absolutely, run a group for that.
3-day refresh. I know Jess is doing another cleanse group. That is awesome for after summer. Everyone's struggling right now to August. Focus on jean boot season. People are like feeling gross after the summertime. You can still get some great sales in, and we're going to talk about sales in a second, in August for people preparing for September back to school. So use that to your advantage. Always thinking ahead. I have a planner I use, and I'm always like, all right, this is what we're starting in September. Now is the time to share that information with people. We have another Lift 4 group coming up. I'm sharing about that. I'm going to be in that, which I'm super pumped about. And this is just the calendar that kind of foreshadows what's going to happen in the future, and just backtrack a couple weeks as far as sharing the information with potential customers. Which brings us to our topic this evening, sharing versus sales. I'm actually in sales as my living, my full-time job. So it's kind of interesting when I seeing the difference between sharing information and sales. And I can see a lot of why people get frustrated, like, I don't want to be in sales, but you're not. But if you think about it, every day you are. Every day you are no matter who you are, what you're doing. If someone's like, you're an MLM seller, you're a nurse, or you're a teacher, every day you sell yourself. You sell yourself to your administrator, your boss, the person you're talking to. So no matter what you're doing, whether you're in a job like mine where I'm in marketing and I'm selling a specific product, or you're out in the world, every day you sell yourself. So try to get out of that mindset when it comes to Beachbody products. So I wanted to start with, imagine, when you started your journey, imagine if your coach was not sharing their journey. Imagine if they didn't put it on social media, if they didn't put it on Instagram, on Facebook. Imagine where would you be? Probably not here on this call, probably not doing the workouts or sharing this with other people, or financially in a better spot. Like, imagine where you would be if your coach didn't share his or her journey. Where would you be? I want you to write down why you started. Like, what, if you can, I meant to tell everybody to bring a pen and paper, like, what made you want to start this journey? And I just want you to write it down, and we're going to possibly share that with everybody in the chat a little bit later. So what made you want to start your journey? Was it your coach? What kicked that off for you? So I'll give everybody a second to kind of write that down and think about, like, what made you want to start about this? Ooh. I really want to see that. Most likely the reason you wanted to start is something that you saw from your coach and sharing their journey, and you related to them. I related to my coach very much. She just had a baby. I just had my baby, and I just kept watching her, and I related to her. People are watching, and people need the help. They're just really nervous and anxious to ask for that help, and that's where the inviting comes into play. So you sharing your story allows them to kind of be a little bit more vulnerable with you when you do actually invite them to a challenge group or to whatever you're doing, because they see that you're putting yourself out there and you're seeing results, that it makes them want to come to you. They're just afraid to ask because as women, a lot of women, they don't want to ask for help. So you putting yourself out there is helping them. You don't even realize how much you're inspiring just by sharing your journey and what's working for you. So the next thing I want everyone to do is think about products that you love. Anything that you love. I want you to think about 5 products you love that you use all the time, whether it be a baby product, a hair product, maybe a restaurant you go to. I want you to write down 5 products or places or things that you just absolutely love. And I want you to then share one of those things in the chat and why you love it. So what are some products you love? Like you could talk baby stuff with people and they will listen all day, any day. You could tell them to go buy a $50 book and they would go do it. So what are things that you just love? Not Beachbody stuff. Nothing Beachbody. And why do you love it? Like what makes you love these products? So sharing these products with us right now is probably coming extremely easy. And most likely you're using these products and sharing, you could share very easily because they've helped solve a problem for you. For example, Courtney and her afro. She uses this product because it solved a problem for her. A beach balm, coconut oil, they all solve a problem. Sharing what our products and what we use through social media is going to help others solve a problem as well. Whether it be with weight loss or gaining weight or mentally or just getting themselves back. Just as easily as you were able to share this product with us, that's how easy it is to share the product on social media. If we just took the money aspect out of it, if we just took that it didn't cost any money or you didn't make any money, would it make it easier to share that product? Just take that out of it. But you share these products and whatever curling iron Rose posted about, if she were to post about that and someone were to go to buy it, like I love the air fryer. I don't even know how many people have probably bought air fryers because I've posted about it. I ain't making a dime off of that. Like I shared it. They're not doing anything for me, but I love that product and it's so easy for me to share. We're just sharing products that have worked for us, that we love, that we enjoy. And yes, we will make money off of it, but we work hard as coaches, putting together challenge groups, being that coach for them. We deserve what we make. And you have to remember that. Yes, it may be a sale. Yes, you're selling a product. I'm not ever going to deny that you're selling a product to someone, but you sharing a restaurant that you love, that restaurant's going to make some money off of you because your friend went to it. At least now you're sharing a product and you can build a business and help other people. If the money aspect is what holds you back, take that out of the equation and just share something that you love that has done something for you. Because in the end, you're going to help inspire and help other people achieve their goals, just like the product has helped you. So as far as, I'm sorry, I wrote down some notes. So as far as like the building relationships, somebody said when I asked them, like, what do you guys need help with? So you share your journey, you share the products. That kind of gets more easy as you've done it a few times, but then it's having the conversations with people. You start to, hey, so-and-so, I saw you were interested in, my group. It's like, then what? Then it gets kind of nerve-wracking because you're having this one-on-one conversation. What you want to do in these conversations and what I've learned, and it is through sales that I've learned it, but it's so helpful and it makes you not even feel like you're selling something, is building a relationship, building credibility with them, asking them questions. And you're not doing this in a malicious way to get them to buy something. You're doing this as a coach to help you, to help them. you eventually actually become like a life coach to these people because they can be vulnerable to you. They can talk to you about what's going on in their life because it's a private message. Asking them questions like, what are your goals? 30, 60, 90 days. Nutrition, how is that? Are you following a program? Why do you fall off the wagon so often? We have so many great resources. And if you go back to your why you started, I could guarantee you the passion of why you started will start to come out in these conversations. Just talk to them like your friend. They struggle with nutrition. Oh my God, so did I. And these little plastic containers are so helpful. You know, they're like 50 cents containers, but they keep me on track. They want to know what has helped you. That's why they're reaching out to you. Again, take the money out of it. Just be a friend, helping another friend achieve their goals. To get that hair product or get that restaurant, try to keep that in mind of how you're sharing what has helped you. Also with the relationships, you're going to learn from them. So now you're going to have this ongoing relationship. And I know Mallory was saying, you know, everyone's struggling this month. Keep the conversation going. Keep asking them questions. Always end the conversation with a question so they have to come back to you and answer you that question. Unfortunately, that is sales 101, asking questions, but it's going to help your challengers and you figure out which program is best for them. It's also going to show them the value in these products and what it's worth. Because when you start to talk about price and everything they get with that price, they're going to be like, yes, because I have these goals, this is going to help me. And because of what you've already achieved, I can see it's going to work for me too. It may take a few days to build these relationships. I mean, sometimes people are like, yes, they've seen you share and they've seen it and they want it. Most likely you want to build that relationship because it's going to help everyone in the end and to be successful. Mm-hmm. So I guess this comes full circle, and what I asked you guys before is write down why you started. So when you're in a conversation with someone and you're getting into that money and you're getting nervous and you're talking about the 170 or the 200 price point, you're like, oh my gosh, remember there's value behind it. Remember why you started. Remember what's helped you. Talk to them as a friend, and then that money kind of goes out the window because $170 for everything that they get is an extremely wonderful price. And if they want to be part of it, they will be. So don't let money or sales get in your head. Remember your why and your reason why you started and why you love these products, and bring that passion out in that conversation. Rose always says to do the voice message. You can really hear passion when someone talks versus texting. So if you want to bring that passion out, maybe do a voice message. They may be able to hear it a little bit more. That's what I really wanted to focus on sales versus sharing. Does anyone have any questions? I'm going to go a little bit into like Instagram and like how it all comes full circle.
So of course I have to, speak my mind.
I
was watching, I don't know, some video, I think it was in Joel's like Lift 4 coaching group, and some chick was on, just sharing her stuff. And he said something, and I'm probably going to butcher what he said, but he said, like, step outside of the product. Like, get yourself, instead of, like, showing the product, show more of yourself. And even, like, take a look, especially, like, new coaches. I know it's kind of, like, hard to start, like, taking pictures of yourself and, like, doing selfies. Like, you feel it's, like, super weird. And you'd rather do, like, a screen of, like, your Beachbody On Demand or your shake or whatever. But take the product out of it. Like, you are the product, and go through your social media and see, all right, like when I post a picture of myself, am I getting more, comments, likes, whatever, versus when I just post something that's showing the product, right? And then everything that like Ashley has said about, why did you start? Write that stuff down so you can take it apart and then use that as posts so you can emotionally connect with people. I wrote it down, but then I deleted it. But mine was because, I didn't see anybody's story. I kind of just was unhappy, depressed, felt like crap. going through the motions of life. So I take those things apart, and I always talk about going through the motions of life, or, the status quo, or the hamster wheel. So all of those things that you are feeling, like, take those apart, put that emotion in front first before the products, right? Because the products are the avenue that we can help people versus, product first and then us. It has to be the other way around.
Thank you. And that kind of brings me to like Instagram or social media about who are you? I'm not sure what everyone struggles with Instagram. I always hear like, how do I get followers? So I thought I'd do a little bit about that. But a big part of social media, like Rose said, yeah, you can share a product, but people want to know how, who you are and how they can relate to you, because then they're going to be like, okay, I can relate to what you're doing. What are you using to get to this point in your life? So next step is to write down 5, and Rose actually had me do this when I first started coaching, write down 10 things. So write down 5 things that describe you. Who are you as a person in this point in your life? I actually watched Bonnie Engle's, what was it? What's that big summit event? The summit event she talked at, and she talked about Instagram and growing her Instagram. And she talked about who she was now, and she just had her baby. So who are you now? Because this may change in 6 months from who you are. Some of people are doing like a marathon run, or some people are starting to be runners. Like, are you a runner now? I'm doing a competition. Like, that's going to change though in the next couple of weeks. I won't be doing that. I'm going to have another goal. So who are you now? What best describes you? I know some people have avatars. I don't have one. But your avatars are most likely the people that you're going to attract to your social media and to your Instagram. So what I do personally, and what I do is not right, wrong. It's just who I am. And that's kind of the whole point of this, is be who you are. You can't be me. I can't be Rose. I can't be Jess or Leia. Like, be who you are. And that's what people will appreciate and come to. I challenge you to do IG stories and not edit them. Could you just do a story and just send it without editing it? I try to do that all the time because that's what I was feeling in the moment, and that's what I wanted to send. And people appreciate being authentic and being genuine and just being me. The other part that I would do is hashtagging. And again, it kind of goes back to who I am. And this all went back to what Bonnie said, like, who am I at this point? Well, I'm a mom. I have a son, so I'm a boy mom. I'm a fit mom. Mom crap is big. Like, if you're a mom, like, that's just big. You can hashtag the crap out of it. I also dealt with postpartum depression. I've dealt with depression. That's my why, actually. Depression and not falling into that. So I use my why, and you have to figure out your why. I actually did not figure out my why, my true why, until March of this year. And I've been a coach since June of last year. I thought I knew, but I really didn't until one day, like, a light bulb went off to why I am a coach and why I really want to continue with this. You really have to dive in. That's where personal development 1,000% will come into play. Diving into your why will help you with your hashtags and who you are and who you want to attract and who's going to like your post. So, like, I don't have depression. I had postpartum depression, but, like, I don't have depression. But depression's a big part of my life and my journey to where I've come from. It's a big part of why I do what I do, because I don't want people to feel alone. I don't coach for the money. I coach because I need my mind to be right. You have to figure out, if you coach, like Danielle Natoni coaches because when she started, because she needed money. Like, straight up, that girl was in fit shape. Like, she needed money. Like, and she'll tell people that, like, you may not have a big transformation, but you have to be honest with yourself on why you're doing this. And that will start to come out in your Instagram, and that will start to come out in your hashtags, and that will start to really show who you are on social media, and you'll start attracting your tribe and the same like people. as far as inviting goes, you work hard to make posts. I set a schedule for myself. You know, in the morning you do a workout. I make sure I post. I post to my Instagram and my Facebook, and that's it. And then I'll take an hour in the middle of my day to maybe follow up, and then I'll take some time in the evening. And I make it very simple on myself. I was like killing myself, like trying to do all this stuff. And it was just very overwhelming, especially as a first-time coach. So I wrote out what I would say to someone that would like an Instagram post, see my story, like a Facebook. Very simple. If you can personalize it, because this is how your conversation back here, building the relationships and the credibility and asking questions will start. A very simple, like thanking them for supporting you. It's true, right? I appreciate all the support. I mean, I'm like half naked on social media. Like, I appreciate that. Thank you. Please keep supporting me. Now, are you interested in learning what I do? Awesome. Well, let me tell you a little bit about it, but let me learn about you. What are your goals? You're not interested? Please keep supporting me because I need all the support I can get. And maybe one day when they're ready, they're going to come back. But I want them to keep watching and keep liking. There's a reason that they're doing it. Also, people will refer you to other people. I've had a bunch of people being like, I'm not interested, but I've got a friend I'm going to refer you to. And that's why sharing is so important, and the consistency of sharing and who you are, because you never know who's watching and you never know who you're inspiring. They may not say yes now, but you may have helped them, and God knows what with their mindset. Maybe they are joining a gym. Maybe they will come to you. And to me, that means the world, that because I shared my journey, I'm going to help and inspire someone else, and hopefully one day build this to be a big business as well. So that's a little bit about Instagram. I didn't want to go too far into depth. I'm not sure what everyone was looking for. So if you have questions about specifics of Instagram, let me know. But I know a lot of people were always asked about followers and how to get them. I don't use apps, and my Instagram is not a business site. I specifically just do hashtags and try to find friends that are on like Facebook or friends of friends. That's kind of that's the way I'm working it right now. That may change later in my future. That's all I got. I didn't want to go too far into.
You did awesome, of course. Anyone with anything they want to add, comments, questions?
Can I add one thing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I love it. Thank you, Ash. Like, I really love it. And I think it's part of the thing that we forget is that with the sharing versus sales is that Beachbody could run this business without a coaching network, right? Like, they could put it on infomercials, they could have a website, and people could do it on their own. But the reason why they started this coaching network and why we are here and why we have a job is because of the story that we bring and the value that we bring by going through the trenches with them. So when you're sitting there thinking like, gosh, I'm not doing so well in sales, don't think about the numbers. I did it last month. I got stuck in that numbers game, but think so much about the people you're inviting and why you want to join them, why you want them to join you, and the value that you bring to them. And don't discount yourself. That's like the biggest thing. If you know what you can do for one person and then think of how many times you can do that again and help that many more people, like that's what the sharing piece is all about. And that's where the sales stops. And that's where like you as a human being come into play and what you bring to the table as a coach. So don't discount that one bit when you're sharing your story and when you're sharing what's worked for you and thinking, oh gosh, well, I don't really bring much, or I'm not like there yet in this business. Because you decided to start and because you press play, like you are leaps and bounds in the way of what you add value to somebody by joining you. You know, they can go on Amazon and buy it. So you want to think about what's going to make them want to come to you and go through it with you. And it's because you need to be sharing your struggles. You need to be sharing the good, the highs, the lows, the bad, the ugly, because that's what's going to make this more of a relationship than it is just a sales transaction. So, keep that in your mind when you're starting to think about what you can possibly share. Because if you're doing a highlight reel, that's not relatable. Nobody's perfect. We all know it. But it's when you really share and open up and be vulnerable with people, that's when you connect, and that's when it becomes a relationship and not just a purchase. So I just want to share that.
I'll add in here before my house gets blows up over here. I had locked myself in my kids' room. Yeah, I agree. I agree with what everyone said too. I just wanted to hold on. One thing I wanted to add too was I was having a conversation with a potential coach that she's done like a prior MLM before, and she's like, I don't know. I'm like, I'm afraid that I'm not going to be good at this because I have to like sell it. And I was like, well, can you explain to me what you mean? Like, what didn't you like about what you were doing before? And a couple things that she said, which actually I was really glad that she did, because she said, I have to like convince people that the products work, and I have to like convince them that this is not like an this is not a scam, and I have to convince these people like to want to do this with me. And I don't know, there definitely may be other companies out there that are like that. I feel like I don't have to convince anybody that the products work. Like my journey, my results, my coach's results, like even if you don't have your own transformation done yet, like there are a billion people on this team that have results that you can share. Our company like spends so much money on marketing that the advertising and the marketing and like the proof that these products work is like done for you. Like we don't need to sell someone that this is going to work. It's just a matter of determining with someone, like, is this the right fit for them? What of our products we have is good for them? And like Jess said, is sharing your story and why it's helped you and why you love it. So, I think that's really important to know, is that your job is not to sell someone like why our products are so much better than someone else's. Maybe if you're having conversations and someone has a concern and they're comparing what we have to other people, you're going to obviously discuss that. But your job is to share your story and how it's helped you. So I just wanted to add that too, because I had actually recently just had that conversation, and that came up from somebody. And I think that really that's a big difference too between our company and maybe some other companies that products are, not that great, or that need to substantiate that their products actually work. Oh, one other thing I'll add about Instagram too is I'm not an Instagram expert, but I have been really working hard, probably for about like 5 or 6 months, to like really dive into Instagram. And I have to say, like, I feel like I'm finally like getting traction. Maybe others of you can relate, but I felt like I had a really hard time like I'm still not really there on like what my niche is on Instagram, because it may seem like obvious, like I'm a mom, I'm a girl mom, but a lot of the tags that are like maybe describe you are so saturated, I feel, with other Beachbody coaches, that you really want to narrow who you are. And I think I've had this belief that like I'm boring. So I don't have that many like hobbies and things, like what's going to identify me on Instagram different than other people. Whereas like I know other coaches where they have like niches of their brand. But what I've been finding is that I just keep doing it, and I keep exploring tags, and I keep finding, like, going to other coaches. Like sometimes I'll get coaches follow me, and I'll go to their page and I'll see what they're doing. And I'm like, oh, I really like that post. And I'll see what tags they have. And I'll just keep exploring and digging. And I feel like I'm starting to find tags or products or things that are like more me that I felt like were hard at the beginning. So you just have to keep working through it. If you're really trying to move to Instagram, is just do it. And even though it's uncomfortable or awkward or maybe not like great, just do it, right? Because the more that you do it, the better you'll get at it.
Something else I did, and this was like for other reasons, was I wrote down this was from actually Leia's Boss Babe. Was it? Yeah, Boss Babe that you did recently. I wrote down affirmations and I keep them in front of me so that I repeat them to myself over and over again, so that, if you need to tell yourself something over and over again, it makes it more real, and you believe it. So maybe do something like that. That might be helpful.
Awesome, ladies. Anybody else with questions or comments?
I saw where a bunch of people had, like, they were talking about getting followers, and that's something I've really worked on this month. I think I had 1,800 in the middle of July, and I'm up to 2,300. So I've gained 500 in the past 5 weeks. And what I've been doing is, so I just graduated college, so I'm trying to find people who are my age. I'm obviously not going to find moms because I'm not a mom. So I've been going to like just college pages, like University of North Carolina or University of Florida, finding the followers and just going through and following a bunch of people who just look like, young college girls. So if you're a mom, you can find a product that you like, a baby product that, whatever, Pampers, and you follow Pampers on Instagram, click on their followers and follow a bunch of them. And I'm still following more than it's following me right now, but I'm getting a lot every day. I've probably gotten 15 followers today just from doing that. So that's something you should consider doing too, because that's what's helped me out. It's helped me more so than hashtags right now.
Awesome tip. I like it. So go to that thing that we all said we loved. Like, I love my beach waiver. I should go to their Instagram. Yeah.
Like Target.
Ding, ding, ding.
Like people promote Target like it's going out of style. I'm not a Target person, but you probably make them a lot of money. I mean, they make themselves a lot of money, but yeah, you can make people money. Like, make yourself some money.
Anyone else? Last call. All right, ladies, get those people added into that flash sale. We'll make it fun. When somebody orders, like, shout them out. Like, it's all about, the thing of this is like fear of missing out. Like, you want people to feel like they're missing out. We have that date that they have to order by. So if we put the energy into that, I'm sure it's going to be super successful. So I'm excited. All right, guys, have a good night. See ya.